Hi, thanks for tuning in to my video. This video will be an intro into the most important issues affecting the world today. I will be discussing the fundamentals where all the world's problems originate from. We like to convolute things. We make them more difficult and confusing than they need to be by looking at everything at once. The reality is that it starts with one thing and then it snowballs into a larger problem, or maybe a better example would be a domino effect. Some of the biggest problems that are destroying the people of the world are greed, hatred, selfishness, manipulation. Corporate greed has eroded what it is to be human. It has made people forget that we are all connected and we all do better when we support each other. Corporate greed has made no room for humanity. It forces us to act more like zombies or robots. There is no compassion in profit. Let that sink in. No compassion in profit. And without compassion, we have no humanity. So corporate greed runs everything. The massive monopolies own majority of the businesses. They own your livelihood. You work for them. They pay your rent. They own you. They own your news and your government. This is not a conspiracy. It's true, and it's common sense if you pay attention to what's been going on. That should scare you. What I want to talk about is the cause of this greed. Why are there people that exist who want to cause suffering? Because that's what they do. They are making millions of people suffer so they can add one more zero to the end of their bank account. These people have more money than they could ever use, siphoning it away from the majority and never letting it circulate back into the economy. They hoard their wealth. They lie, cheat, and steal their way to riches and sit on it like fat, greedy pigs, all the while never knowing the happiness they think money will bring them. They do it because they are mentally ill. Anyone who would purposely make someone suffer for their own gain has no humanity. They are extremely mentally unwell people. The elites that you either worship or detest are the sickest people in our society. They are more sick than the schizophrenic and more dangerous because they are so good at hiding their illness. Now, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you what they are sick with. I would say they are suffering. I would say they are suffering from narcissism and sociopathy, but I won't because they are the ones who cause suffering. But that's it. That's the reality of our situation. Our society, our world is dominated by narcissists and sociopaths. If you know anything about psychology, you know that people with these disorders will always seek out positions of power at anyone's expense. Our leaders and governments put no policies in place to ensure that the most unwell people in our society didn't end up in places of power. And here we are. It's worse than a nightmare because it's our reality. We are governed by monsters. Once you understand what motivates a narcissist, you will understand so much about why our world works the way that it does. So that is sort of an intro into, the the building blocks of our society. We're really just governed by these very, very unwell people. They enjoy causing suffering, and they will do whatever it takes to get what they want at anyone's expense. So if you study psychology, you understand that's true. That's not an opinion, that's the truth. People suffering from these disorders are very sick, evil people. So those are the elites. Those are the monopoly owners. Those are them and their families. Those are our abusers. We're in an abusive relationship with our government and these elites. we used to hear things about it like, oh, they own the news and they own blah blah blah, and people, you'd think that that was just a conspiracy theory, but it's really not. Um, there's some places who are dominated by a monopoly, and they do actually own the news, and it's like it's not a secret. It's very obvious, um, because it's true and people know about it. But I mean, still no one does anything because they pay the rent. They pay their rent. They put the food in their mouths and their children's mouths. But really, these monopolies are stealing more from you than they ever give you. Because it's really, really a sad state of affairs, especially in my country. It is falling apart. I swear it's standing up on some, I don't know, stilts. Like a strong gust of wind is going to knock it down. Um, the the poorest people in our society are they're so neglected. They're homeless. They're starving. They're dying. They are, and it's happening in all of the small cities. It's not just like, I know it sounds bad when I say like the usual number of homelessness, because like no matter where you go, there's going to be homeless people, unfortunately. Um, but it is um, out of control, and it's going to be working class people intense very soon, at least in my country, um, which is scary because once that happens, it's either going to be a civil war, civil unrest. Um, I don't know. I am very afraid for the future. So, that's why I wanted to make this video, because a lot of the problems in our society really come down to these very fundamental truths. There are evil people that exist. Um, we can call it an illness, but really it is these people. Something happened along the way in their development where they chose evil over good, and they are stuck. Like they're never going to know what it is to be human because they don't have that part of them anymore. It's gone. They killed it. Um, that's narcissism and sociopathy. These people are dead inside, and they are going to hurt whoever they want to get what they want. I'm scared, and I have a fixer type of mentality or personality. I'm more concerned about my fellow neighbor, my fellow countrymen, than I am about my own safety. I'm I'm concerned about the wellness of all of us. And I know that there's room for all of us to be prosperous and happy and healthy, and there should be. There is room for that. If we get rid of, if we dismantle these monopolies and take back control of our government and actually put healthy people who have the capability, who have empathy, who can make fair and just decisions for our society, then it can be a reality. I want to see people thrive again. I'm tired of knowing how much pain is caused in our society, how much pain my people feel, how many people um, remove themselves from the world because they can't take the pain anymore. And unless you felt that kind of pain, you wouldn't understand. So, yeah, I guess that's it. If you listen to the whole video, give me a thumbs up, share the video, like, whatever, comment. Um, If you want me to expand on any topics, definitely leave a comment. Or if you would like me to speak on anything else, let me know. And thanks. Hopefully this video reaches the right people. And that's it. Take care. Stay safe.